Johnmary Mukiza is a Ugandan artist who is very passionate about creating unique artworks. This painting in his studio is one of the collections that caught my eye. To a casual observer, it appears as an unfinished piece, but to a seasoned artist, it is a technique known as non finito.
I like how incomplete it seems, because you see, again, art is like poetry. Everyone can add to it and everyone can subtract from it.
Mukiza likes designing art pieces that evoke critical thinking from whoever sees his works. I could not quite figure out what this painting was all about until he explained.
And I am the crow, I am the vulture, I am the parrot. So Queen Victoria came to me and told me, I'm going to civilize you. But in order to civilize you, I will take away your name. So you'll no longer call yourself Tumusiime, you'll call yourself Gertrude. And then she told me, your language is not as sophisticated as mine, so I'm going to teach you English.
He is a talented illustrator who earns his living from creating these artworks. Some of his pieces have taken him many years to complete.
I could spend a day on this and think it's done, and then look at it after a month and I feel I need to change something.
Mukiza discovered his talent at the tender age of 5 after being inspired by his big brother.
He'd come back from somewhere with pieces of newspaper or magazine cutouts, and then he'd draw whatever was in there, on there, and then I would copy what he had drawn.
He still has vivid memories of the first pictures he drew.
As a lion would like to draw.
Mukiza's artwork speaks volumes about his talents. He studied at the Margaret Trowell School of Industrial and Fine Art at Makerere University, where he attained a degree.
I broadened my perspective of art. It wasn't just drawing someone and drawing them as they are.
After university, Mukiza opened up an art studio, but he later closed shop to take on a job with a non-governmental organization that deals with children.
Just kept taking on more of my time and more of my time, until eventually I ended up doing administrative work at an NGO for about 3 years.
Mukiza quit his job with the NGO 3 years later to focus on his passion of drawing.
The art is, there's no comparison. The NGO was great, working with children was great, working with young people was great. But my paintings?
This was despite the uncertainty of making money from his artworks as compared to earning a monthly income that he was assured of.
It'll catch up and it'll be even better.
Although he hasn't made it big in the world of art, he's very optimistic of scaling the heights one day. Mukiza draws inspiration from whatever he comes across in his surroundings.
I want to open people's eyes. I want to teach.
He cannot find the words to explain what art means to him despite his skill.
I wouldn't say love it, I'd say I want to live it.
He deals in different kinds of art. His favorite pieces are the exaggerated representations called caricatures. Over the years, his love for children has seen him delve into illustrating children's books. He recently did the illustration of this award-winning book.
Won the silver medal in the Moonbeam Children's Book Award.
Mukiza often does sketches to make a quick buck. He made one of me. In 15 minutes, I have a quick sketch of myself. Ordinarily, this would cost me between 30 and 50,000. Now, if an artist went and sat somewhere, say where there's a crowd, and he was able to sketch about 10 people, that means he would walk home with about 300,000. In the developed world, art is big business. It rakes in millions of dollars to artists and the economies they operate in. Many famous artists like Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, and Leonardo da Vinci are still celebrated today because of their major works of art. Gertrude Tumusiime Uwitware, NCD.